is Julie from English Preceptor. So in this video, we are going to learn 10 figurative phrases or 10 small phrases. So basically, what the phrases that we are using, maybe the very simple phrases, right? So instead of that phrases, how we can use figurative phrases, so that we are going to learn in this video. So the first one is when we meet the people after some time or after a long period, that we can ask, what's new with you? What's new with you? So that is a good phrase that we are asking with the people instead of how are you? So how are you is like a very formal word that we are asking to the people whenever we meet with each other, that we ask very often. We ask to the people that how are you, right? So instead of that we can ask, what's new with you? What's new with you? So which means what the things are going to you, or what the things are doing with you, and how you are doing the things. So that's we are asking that, what's new with you? What's new with you? So this is a good phrase that we are just asking the people when we meet with each other. So that is also a good phrase that we just try to use this phrase, what's new with you? And when people reply to you like, so these things are going like this, and my business or doing like that, I can't comply. So when they say something like to you, so suppose when you are asking about their business or their work, that you can ask, what's new with you? So they may reply that, can't complain, or it's doing good. So that you can reply. So how can you reply in that for the question? So that you can say that, so when you hear that, so everything is doing good for them, or they are doing good, so that you can say, good to know. Good to know, or good to hear, or it's good to hear, or it's good to know. So these all are the good phrases that we are just expressing that they are doing good, and so right. So good to know, good to hear, it's good to know, it's good to hear. So these two also the good phrases that we are just expressing that we are very happy that really they are doing good, right? So another phrase that, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. So when we can say this phrase, so you may understand that. So what means that we know the valuable or the cost, the affordable. For example, when we buy a dress, so if the dress is affordable, what we pay, so that is good price, right? But what we bought the dress cost is too high, rather than the quality of the fabric. So that we can say that it's not worth it. A dress, so that we can say it's not worth it. It's not worth it. So another phrase, I didn't catch your name. So when we make a call, when we are talking over the mobile, that we can, maybe with a new person, but already we have known that particular person, then we are talking with them, and so the thing is, we may forget their name, or we may forget her or his names, so that we can say, so we may continuing the conversation. So but at the end of the conversation, that we can say that, because we just forget the name, and sometimes we didn't ask the name, so that we can say that, sorry, I didn't catch your name. Sorry, I didn't catch your name. So this is a good phrase. But just remember that at the end of the conversation, if you say at the end of the conversation, will be good, right? Sorry, I didn't catch your name. So this is a good phrase that you are just expressing that you forget his or her name, right? So another one, so that is like very formal one only. Who knows, which means who does know. Who does know, or else nobody knows that. Hey, have you heard about that good news? So actually, I didn't know about that good news. Then I can say, who knows? Who knows? So that is a good phrase, right? Just expressing that I didn't know that, or nobody knows that about the good news, right? So that we can just expressing that, who knows? So that is a good phrase that we are using that. And another phrase that, have you heard the good news? Have you heard the news, or have you heard the good news. So what is that? So when we can use this particular phrase, for example, when we are working in the office or when we are working in the place, so maybe the management has announced or management has declared that particular like tour or something that, so someone comes and says to us like, so have you heard the good news? Have you heard the news? So even in that time also, that if we don't know that we can reply that who knows. So the way how we are asking the question, right? Hey, have you heard the news? Have you heard the good news? So this is a good phrase, right? Just we are just just expressing that whether they know about the news. So that you can ask or that you can use, have you heard the news or have you heard the good news? So that is a good phrase, right? And another one that so sometime if we know that good news, so when they come and ask to us, have you heard the news? Suppose if I know what she's going to tell or what he's going to tell us, already I know that I can just tell him or have that, wait, don't tell me, wait, don't tell me. So which means why I'm telling that, it doesn't mean that he or she should not tell to me. So because already I have known that, I'm just expressing that already I have known. So I'm just expressing that already I have known that. So another time that I can say, wait, don't tell me, wait, don't tell me. So don't misunderstand that, which means he should not or she should not say to us, they should not tell to us. So the thing is, we have already known about that particular news. So in this thing only that we are just telling that, right, don't tell me. Another phrase that is, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. So when we can say this particular phrase, because we often use in office or in the school that I don't want to hear that. So which means when someone asks excuses for us that so we don't want to get some excuses for that particular thing, so that we just want to express that I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. So for example, even in the school someone wants leave, so maybe very often she takes leave, and so in that particular situation also she wants to take leave. So when she comes and asks that we can ask me or that we can say that I don't want to hear that, which means I don't want this excuses. I don't want to hear that. Even the teacher also, they can use in the school with the student because the homework defaults are there, right? So when they come and have some excuses in that particular periods, that you can say that, because very often they have some excuses. So in that thing that you can say that I don't want to hear that, which means I don't want to get any excuses, or I don't want to give any excuses for you, and you just stop so getting excuses, so you just continue whatever you're doing. So in that particular thing that we can use, I don't want to hear that, I don't want to hear that. So the thing is, what are the phrases that we are learning, the figurative phrases? So thing is, you have to get rightly where you can use. For example, I don't want to hear that, which means the thing is, really I'm not willing, I'm not wanting, I'm not willing to hear what they are saying. No, doesn't mean that. So think is, I don't want to give some excuses hereafter for you. So instead of that only, that you are saying that I don't want to hear that. So last but not least, that is stay in touch. I just ask you, stay in touch with the channel, right? Stay in touch or keep in touch. So the thing is, when we are living from the conversation, so when you are hanging up the call, that we can say that keep in touch or stay in touch, which means we have to continue conversation. So over the mobile, or we have to continue our meeting, right? So instead of that, we shall meet you again. So that we can say that stay in touch or keep in touch. So these are the good phrases that we are using with our people. So even when you live in the office, or when you live in or working place, or we can say that stay in touch, keep in touch. So these are the good phrases. Even when you or talking over the mobile, or when you're speaking over the mobile, that you can say that stay in touch or keep in touch. So these all are the good phrases that we can use in our daily conversation. So for coming classes also, we'll post the different figurative phrases or small phrases to speak in the different way, because this is for advanced communicative English courses that we have to learn some different courses as you want, right? So so that you have to follow the classes, but don't forget to hit the right button if you like this video. So thanks for watching this video. Catch you in the next class. Bye.